is DUSTiN. He's a comedy theorist, an award-winning musician, and he's desperately trying to hold his beautiful mind together. He's a living TikTok post that thinks that if he just does one more bad take on current events, he's finally gonna become famous. Will his guests keep him on track? Will he deservedly get canceled, or will this show crash and burn as he loses control once again? Welcome to Meltdown Island.
Welcome to Meltdown Island.
I know everything DUSTiN is saying sounds totally delusional.
DUSTiN, where are you going? Just trust me!
Welcome to Meltdown Island.
You slow down. DUSTiN.
DUSTiN, you're a goddamn Einstein.
DUSTIN's right. You're a certified genius. I think that's a great idea, Mike. Thank you, DUSTiN.
If you look up the word tempting in the dictionary, you will find a picture of Sean.
Looks like Jawa is stuck between a rock and a Sean place.
I think it's because Sean is very built and he's sexy as hell. I'm going to sleep next to Sean Smith.
Nothing feels good when you're feeling bad. Nothing makes sense when you're feeling mad. Don't go around feeling sad, cause everybody's going around saying that you're crazy, that you're lazy, and you're unmotivating. To the people that surround you in society, they control you in your mind with anxiety. You gotta break free from that mindset. Break free, break free. Break free to explode. Break free to expose all of those emotional vulnerability and the complexities of your mind. And together we will find that the sun keeps shining on the other side. You know the sun keeps shining on the other side. The sun keeps shining on the other side of the rain cloud, of the storm clouds in your eyes, in your eyes. There's a place I know we can go and stay a while. Welcome to Meltdown Island. Welcome to Meltdown Island. To Meltdown, we can all meltdown together. Welcome to Meltdown Island. Meltdown Island.
I got some ridiculous quotes.
Great.
Ridiculous. Got me worried. It's got me worried over here. You sure? Oh, hello. Oh, hi. Welcome to Meltdown Island. Hello to you. Welcome to Meltdown Island, the #1 show where I'm on it, starring, talking. I don't know. We're trying new setups. We're always evolving, much like the world around us, which causes people to melt down. including ourselves, if I could just say so. It does make us Meltdown as well. Surprise. I melt down sometimes. Oh, there's no shame in my game. My name's Pookie, and with me every week is my very good friend and co-host,
Sean Hanlon.
He's best. What can I
Super Bill.
say? Look at this, bud. Got a new setup here.
It's a new setup.
Little slow on mine, a little slow.
Although I feel like this puts us in the exact same position we were in before.
But look, now I'm looking at you, and then I can go if I have to. But this is natural for me. I know that I was going to look that way. The neck thing, it's just much easier to be open like this for me.
All right. I don't know. I feel
Fix it how you want it. Oh, you like it like that, a little more like you're looking at it. Maybe I could do that too. Maybe I can't though. So I'm not going to beat myself up. Hey y'all.
Hey y'all. Happy.
Gosh, that's annoying, huh?
What's annoying?
There we go. There we go.
Oh, that echo.
Oh, it came back. Wish I could mute it. Go ahead. You were saying?
Nothing. Let me take my earpiece out. I was listening to psych up music before the show.
You weren't listening to us?
Well, I was just now listening to us to make sure that the sound was okay, that both of us were coming through, and it seems like we are.
It says echo. It says that it's suppressing the echo. I guess we'll never know.
So happy Tuesday. Hello, everybody.
Happy Tuesday to
Welcome
you.
to Meltdown Island. It's every week, as you know, we gather here on the shores of Meltdown Island and Pond Cove.
Yep.
To process the world as it melts down around us.
True.
And sometimes doing that causes us to melt down as well.
True.
DUSTiN, me, sometimes you out there, you'll melt down as well. But that's okay, because this is a safe place to do it, right, DUSTiN? It's a safe place to melt down.
It is. I don't know where it went. I don't know where my camera went, guy.
So we're melting down now, DUSTiN melting down. Oh my gosh, my body. Oh, there it is.
I know, right? It's crazy, isn't it?
It's crazy. So also, as I mentioned, we're Meltdown on Pond Cove. We are the longest running pond coin themed weekly variety show hosted by a comedic duo of two longtime friends.
Some call us best of friends.
Some call us best of friends. Some call us best of friends. So busy week though, huh? Since we last saw each other.
Busy week.
Some incredible turns of event.
It is.
And another Ohio boy, much like...
Don't say it like that, like I'm excited.
Those of you who don't know, DUSTiN's from Ohio originally, as is our new soon-to-be vice president.
Why would you say like it's soon to be like he's already like won?
This is not on a good trajectory for Joe Biden to be triumphant in November.
I'll be honest with you, after you see some of the things I've got in store for you, you'll be saying different things.
We'll see. Still no Dusty.
It is crazy, though, that I can't get it to work.
Yeah, I know it's a little crazy.
Keep going.
Let's see what's happened since last week.
Well, there was a major thing that happened that
that's right. The judge in Florida threw out the classified documents case against our soon-to-be president.
Why do you keep saying that?
Because I, DUSTiN, am a realist.
Go ahead.
And as we've talked about before, on this very program, the election is basically going to come down to about 500,000 people in 4 or 5 states. Isn't that funny? A country of 300 million, but because of our electoral college system, the whole election will come down to a handful of states. Those handful of states are so divided equally that the election is going to come down to maybe 500,000 votes.
They say that it's not necessarily equal, but it's been kind of jerry-rigged to seem equal.
You would think.
I know.
I think jerry-rigged, by the way, is a racist term.
Well, then let's stop using it.
I mean, it's racist against Germans, so...
Is it?
It's probably okay. Yeah, Jerry is what they used to call Germans back in World War II. They used to call them
I guess I've always said Jerry as my dad's name.
So you think jerry-rigged is your dad rigging up something?
Well, yes, I do. I do think that. Is that wrong to think that?
It's not right.
You don't know what's wrong or right.
I don't know what's wrong or right anymore. So, Judge, that was a Trump appointee at that, all of a sudden decided that appointing a special prosecutor was unconstitutional, was against the law. I think we're onto something.
We're closer. I don't understand where I'm at.
Where were you? I mean, where are you in that scenario? That's spooky. Or maybe it's here. Let's see now. Pretty soon, DUSTiN, the alleged host of the program,
The alleged.
will be joining us to talk about this.
Here he
which
is.
I think is probably the most interesting turn of events in the last week. This document case being thrown out.
I wonder why I'm paused now with that crazy face.
Why are you paused, DUSTiN? What is going on?
Well, I guess I'm using an older phone because somebody might be calling me on my regular phone. Hold up.
So you're using a different phone that you used last week?
Yes, but they should be essentially the same thing.
You would think.
You would.
You would think that, wouldn't you? Anyways. So, House of the Dragon. I don't know if any of you are House of the Dragon fans. If you aren't, I suggest you get on it. It's been pretty exciting.
I mean, at this point, I would say go ahead and watch it from the beginning of this into Game of Thrones.
For sure. Although, I was reading recently that House of the Dragon is starting to remove some of the stain that was the final season.
Oh, I would agree with that.
Game of Thrones. So if you were to watch House of the Dragon first and then go right into Game of Thrones, you would be left with that stain on your memory. Without having House of the Dragon to go back to and watch afterward to pull you from that. So maybe it is best to watch House of the Dragon first.
I can't believe this is causing so much trouble.
I can, because it's also technical issues island.
I love how it's just your show now.
Welcome to Technical Issues Island. So, but it's been pretty exciting.
It has?
House of the Dragon.
It has.
Pretty exciting.
I can't believe it, dude. Like, now it won't add. Just add.
I may as well take this opportunity to check the Arctic sea ice, which, as usual, is probably not doing well.
We got a lot to do today, Sean.
I know, buddy, I know.
I don't want people to think that is not prepared, because we are prepared. I'm prepared.
He's prepared. I never know what to expect. So here's the graph. Ooh, boy, oh boy, oh boy.
You got to tilt it.
There it is. Look at that. All of a sudden, we're on a bit of a steep decline.
When do you think it's going to be done?
The melt for the season, September, when the sun goes down, September 15th. Because as you pointed out, it sun's up 24 hours a day, 24/7 there.
It is. That's the thing we don't think about.
Mm-hmm.
All right, fine. This is what we're going with.
So It is, but it's kind of reaching a record low there. The dotted line being, of course, the lowest season of all time, which was 2012.
2012.
Here's the thing with 2012, though, it sort of skewed a little bit because there was a big cyclone that happened in the Arctic that summer that pushed a lot of the sea ice, the floating sea ice, or the broken up sea ice, sort of pushed it out of the Arctic. So it was sort of artificially inflated by the that cyclone. I can still hear myself. Can we see that?
Okay.
But let's look at the actual coverage itself. Oh my! All right. So there it is, more or less. The blue areas are areas of melt, and the white areas are intact ice. So as you can see, there are very few areas of intact ice.
Wow, that's crazy.
And the bulk of the Arctic is in various degrees of ice coverage. The darker the blue, the less the coverage. So all of those light blues mean it's 80% ice. Up to as much as 80%. Up to, no, actually, 100%, it's just looking at the key. The key is kind of tough, but it's probably 60 to 70% coverage in those areas. But it's all broken up. It exposes a lot of blue water, which absorbs heat, does not reflect it. So, yeah. Rough summer for the sea ice. Another rough summer for the sea ice as we are on a trajectory to an ice-free Arctic over the next 5 years. And that's going to be problematic for the entire climate system. All right, so we got some stuff to look at, Dustin. Now that you're back.
I do.
Let's do it.
All right. Let's see. There's funny things all over the place, but there's a lot of serious stuff. First of all, we do not agree with violence. We don't. We condemn it. All that stuff. All the things you want the other side to say. Not that we're the other side. We're going to be talking about it.
I mean, if we're not on one side, we're on the other side.
Yeah, or we're on the side of humanists. Like I'm on the side of humans rather than corporations. I feel like once they tell us to pick a side, we've all lost. We've all lost. If you pick one side or the other, you've lost because it's not right versus left. It's corporate overlords versus humans.
Keeping us divided with the whole left-right trope.
Yep.
That Marjorie Taylor Greene, my God, she's really been spewing a lot of toxic rhetoric.
The worst.
Basically, vilifying the left, constantly vilifying the left to the point of being evil and being demons.
Yep.
It's
Does that help? That helps a little bit, huh?
I don't know.
I don't either. So let's go ahead and share this screen.
Yeah, let's do that. Can we do that?
We can.
God's sakes.
Share. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
Bloop, bloop. There we go.
Oh boy.
So just in, Mr. Donald Trump has made his first public appearance at the party's convention in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, today with a bandage over his ear. And then this is the funny comment. What happened to his ear? That Greg, he's somebody special. He's a very, very funny troll.
I feel like that bandage is way overkill.
Well, the shocking thing is,
I feel like he's
the day before this, he was the day after he got shot. He was at the golf course, and he was golfing with nothing on his ear,
right?
Bandage free. Now, granted, I thought this through too. I said to myself, "Well, what if I was going there?"
You thought something through?
I did. I always do that. I told you before. Say something. I already think it through. Everybody else's reactionary. I think it through, bud.
Okay.
So what I thought through this time was the fact that if I had just been shot in the ear, what would I do? And part of the thing that I would do is not want everybody to go ahead and look at my ear. Like at a certain point, I would get there, I'd be like, okay, yes, the ear. Hello, everyone, my ear. But then I would go, hey, guy, you're sitting next to me. Please don't just look at my ear. You're making me self-conscious.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I do respect the fact that I would maybe want to go, I'm going to put something over my ear so you don't look at it. I mean, I told you a story where I sat next to Vander Holyfield like 20 years ago when I was singing in the jazz clubs, and I did look at his ear. I looked over at his ear to see it, and it was fine. He had it fixed. But nevertheless, what I'm trying to say, my point is, because of that experience, I looked at him and I go, first of all, I thought that's too much of a bandage. But then I thought, I might actually wear a bandage.
So you think it's justified?
I think that I could give him a pass.
But a bandage, it seems like the bandage that big would draw more attention
That's exactly the other point, yes.
than whatever kind of scar you have.
Where's the other picture? Because there's another
I feel like
picture.
it might be a little bit playing it up a little bit.
I mean, a little bit. Wait till
a
you see
little
the
bit of
picture.
showmanship, which Donald
Oh,
Trump,
here
of
it
course,
is.
is good.
This is what they're
Donald
saying.
Trump excels at.
This is what they're saying the next few days is going to be.
Oh my God. That's
Everybody's wearing one.
hilarious. Yes.
I told you I have some funny things to show
All
you.
those MAGAites. Yes.
These are funny. These are all funny. Now, this is serious. Have you seen this interview?
No.
So this is an interview by Thomas Matthew Cokes, who was reportedly rejected from his high school. Now, this is Thomas Hooks. This is the kid
Okay.
that shot.
Yes.
Now, people have been saying, oh, it's this he donated to the Democrats 1 year, the next, or then 6 months later, he registered as Republican. It's two different dudes. One's a 62-year-old man who did not shoot the president, and he's the one who donated to the Democrats. And then this kid is the one who registered. So it's two different dudes. They're just getting them confused. It's a lot of information. Day one, everyone wants to figure it out, right?
Sure.
So a lot of information was flying around, freaking people out. I wonder if we got any comments. No comments. Okay. But this is what this young fellow former classmate has to say about the situation.
I mean, he would sit alone at lunch. I mean, he was just an outcast, and you know how kids are now.
Okay. See that now? I see our speaker went off. Turning this down because sometimes it goes straight through. Here we go.
I mean, he would sit alone at lunch. I mean, he was just an outcast, and you know how kids are
Hold up. 1 second.
nowadays. So they're going to see someone like that, and they're going to target him because they think it's funny or whatever. So it's the best way I can.
Okay. What we're going to need you to do is throw these headphones on right here and plug this into your thing. I already know that it has the thing in the back. Just throw that on. So I can turn this off. These are all small growing things right now, you guys, so that we can be an even better show tomorrow next time. Ready?
Ready.
Here we go.
I mean, he would sit alone at lunch. I mean, he was just an outcast, and you know how.
I can't hear anything now. Can you hear it?
No.
I mean, he would sit alone at.
Your monitor's off. I noticed that button too. Now can you hear me?
Yeah. No.
No?
I can't hear anything.
Lunch. I mean, he was just an outcast, and you know.
Justin.
Okay.
I just can't.
Oh, you know what? Maybe it's up here. Put these on.
What?
Oh my gosh. I shouldn't have made this so good.
You made it so good.
I made it too good, some people say. So anyway, this kid is basically saying, all we did was we made fun of this guy. I can admit it. We made fun of him a little too much, maybe. But he was a loner. He dressed weird. And we let him know that he was dressing weird. You can take the other head off. There we go.
All right.
Can you hear me now?
No.
That sucks.
All right, stand by.
Can you hear me now?
No. I'm gonna hear you just stand right next to me.
I mean, he would sit alone at lunch. I mean,
Here, put these on.
No, I don't want to put those on. They're warm from your head.
No, no.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, he was just an outcast, and you know how kids are nowadays, so they're gonna see someone like that, and they're gonna target him because they think it's funny or whatever.
You know,
so
kids are.
It's the best way I can describe it. And it's honestly kind of sad. Like, I don't want to say this is what provoked it, but
I don't want to say what
you never know.
Provoked it.
Yeah. You said he was a loner?
Yeah.
No one knows.
I want to say he was a loner more because he was just...
He was a loner?
He was quiet, but, like, he was just bullied. Like, he was bullied so much.
He was bullied so much.
This was high school.
It's big of him to admit that.
What did they, do you remember at all what they said to him or called him?
No. He was just made fun of, I guess, for the way he presented his appearance. I mean, he would sit alone at lunch. I mean,
Just alone at lunch?
Yep. Just bullying. At some point.
General bullying. All right.
Just keep those on. Keep those on because we got more. So are you still watching? Are you still watching Netflix?
Me?
No, this. Look at this.
Oh, that's hilarious. Netflix. Are you still watching? That's right. That's great.
Look at how tired he is. Like, and that's part of the issue, right? It's the hypocrisy of all of everybody, right? We can't stand hypocrisy as a human species.
Right. Yeah.
Clearly, you're having trouble staying awake, bud. Like that right there, even this. I watched this a few times because how many times have you fallen asleep and go, oh shoot, because he does the stretch back like, oh god, wake up. And then he does this where I'm like, I'm interested, I'm listening, I'm interested. And it's like, no, you're not.
Where is this taking place?
This is at the RNC. This is last night at the RNC. He fell asleep during the speeches.
You know,
He can't even stay awake during his nomination for being president.
I mean,
Is he fit? Is he fit?
Well, everybody talks about how old Biden
That's
is,
what I'm trying to say.
but he's only 4 years younger.
And he's more out of shape.
Everyone talks about all the crazy things that Biden says. This guy says crazy things.
And the thing is, he says so many crazy things that they just sort of pile up on each other. And you go, oh, he just says crazy things. You can't nail any one thing to hold on to because he's going to say something more crazy. Prove me wrong. If you think I'm wrong, prove me wrong. Because not wrong. I don't want to be right. Here he is. He definitely was conservative. It makes me wonder why he would carry out assassination attempt on a conservative candidate. The majority of the class were on the liberal side, but Tom, no matter what, always stood his ground on the conservative side. So then you gotta say, well, what? Is he a plant? Is he set up by the MK Ultra? We never got to wait. Did you know how many people were yelling and saying, there he is? Have you seen that?
Yeah.
And
I heard it was like up to a half hour he was identified before the shooting.
Not only that, but he was on top of the police station. He was on top of where all of the police were staging everything. Can you imagine that?
It's ballsy.
This kid.
Yeah, I see it.
I just can't believe it.
It's hard to believe.
It's a mystery. I don't know why. Then there's this. Wasn't it reported he was angry about this recent Epstein thing? So the kid might be upset that Trump's been listed in all of these things about the raping young girls and having them do a three-way with young girls. If you saw that, yeah, it's crazy. But where they all want to say that the left is pedophiles, when all the time I see pastors and I see people of clergy are the ones that are getting arrested. I don't see any leftists anything. But boy, oh boy, that Marjorie Taylor Greene sure does always say the same thing. Let's see, what else I got? He was Republican, money, follow the money. Boy, I have these all in order. Whenever I come here, they're out of order. So I just go like this. I need to go, goodbye, you're gone. Next, you're gone. You're not even in there. Why are you in there? Hold up, Sean. I tell you, I got more.
Are you sure it's those flags or something?
There's just so many. All of them are.
All right.
Has there been a day since he left school? Visually alone. So he had no social media stuff, which is a wild thing. I just thought I teach honors economics. Oh shoot! Did they take it down? There's a video of him going. Yeah, I have a 10-inch penis. I don't know why. I don't know why you made fun of it because that's my joke.
The shooter has a 10-inch penis?
Yes. Identifies as. I mean, that's not cool.
That's not cool.
But also, he's not great. Sure, because every Republican talks about conservatives like this. I don't know. I don't know where that was from. Because some of them get very heated. Here's another thing that I saw. Well, here's the thing: did you know there's a video I have in here of them going like this, and Secret Serviceman going, "I need all of you guys to go over here," and he got all of the photographers all over the side of the stage. A second before the shots were fired. Like maybe that's just a coincidence, but how would we get that photo unless that happened?
Yeah, it's like Iwo Jima.
It's like Iwo Jima. The fact that he's got Mein Kampf on his stand, on his nightstand. Who goes around bragging about that?
Trump, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Outsmarted the Secret Service. I have some oceanfront property in Arkansas for sale. I don't understand some of the jokes. I just think that it's like, what?
Republican! Say that. Say that one more time.
She sounds crazy, though. She sounds crazy. Seems crazy. I don't know. You see, I have a whole bunch of things tagged here. Where's the good stuff, though? Where's the one
Where's the good stuff, buddy? Are you sure you don't have a more specific list somewhere?
Let me see. Nope, vote 2024. Yeah, you made me go all the way back to top. I'm just going to go all the way to the bottom. Okay, let's never forget that he said this. I've known Jeffrey for 15 years, terrific guy. He has a lot of fun to be with. He's a lot of fun. It is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do. And many of them are on the younger side. 15 years. I've known him for 15 years. But what if a child sees this flag? GOP Senator Mitt Romney, I don't know that I can disrespect someone more than J.D. Vance. I don't know that I could. Someone else said, wait, J.D. Vance? He's been in politics, he's been in office for 1 year. Planned by the DEI, deep state anyone? Like, this is like, everyone always looking for who the Antichrist is. So as soon as he got shot in the air, the people started putting all these revelations up, and one of them is like, he will be shot in the head and will bleed, but then it will miraculously not be anything, and then he will destroy the world or whatever. And everybody's like, look everyone, but then it's like, let's look at the next guy who's only been there for 1 year. Because that's crazy. That's a jump.
Yeah. Initially, J.D. Vance said Trump was America's Hitler. And then he drank the Kool-Aid and saw it as the fastest distance between point A and point B.
I don't see why anyone still watches a network that had to pay over $700 million for lying to its viewers. That's a very good.
Well, I mean, that's the thing.
Wait, lots of echoing here. Shoot, I knew it. Thank you. That's why no one's watching.
Oh boy.
Watch this. Now how about it? Now can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Let's see if that helps with the echo, though. Oh, don't turn that on. That's going to be worse.
I just want to hear.
So let's keep going. Let's see if I fixed it. I think I fixed it.
All right. Did he fix it, Micula?
Tell us, Micula. Let me get this straight. You think that socialism is usually a pretext for envy?
I mean, I still hear an echo in here of you. Not just a regular echo chamber. Oh, nailed it. Even giving us technical notes. Micula is...
He said I nailed it?
Still super witty.
Oh, this is the one where he says...
Stanford University. I have a 6'4". I go to Stanford University. I have a 10-inch penis and 6'4". I go to Stanford University. I have a 10-inch penis. 6'4". I go to Stanford University.
I want my people to sit up in
10-inch
attention like they do in North Korea.
And 6'4". I go to Stanford University. I have a 10-inch penis.
So that we don't have these just a few people.
I go to Stanford University. I have a 10-inch penis.
Rather than you just being like, well, it doesn't matter if I vote because it's going to get eaten up by everybody else in my district. One person, one vote. Let's go.
I mean, I feel like if it was popular vote, though, it would be riskier for them. So I don't think they want that.
Which part of the Ten Commandments is this one? Do you know?
Yeah. Thou shalt not worship false idols.
You're great at the Bible stuff, bud. Oh boy.
So he's the golden calf.
President Putin's kapacha. Name. Click on all of the ones that are Putin. That's a funny joke. That's a funny joke. I'm sorry, but that's a funny joke. I mean, isn't it? It's a funny joke. Joe Biden has an opportunity to create several of the SCOTUS vacancies in the most funniest possible way. Same thing I was saying. First official act: get rid of anyone who has lied in front of Congress to get your job in the Supreme Court. Anyone that's proven a liar, you're gone. And guess what? We've got 6 of you that have proven to be liars because you said you would never do anything about the president, that we're all equal, but then you changed the law. You're gone. Official act. If they can say drone strikes are official act, you can say this is an official act. Sorry, but not sorry. So this is happening. They keep making his eyes smaller. His head gets bigger. That's funny. Someone bet money on it. They won $200,000 or $2 million by betting $50,000 that JD Vance will be picked as vice president. And he said, I got to be honest, the reason I did it is because I know how Trump likes consonants. And I also know that he likes consistent messaging and consistent, what do you do when you go out advertising or campaigning or publicity? So he got Vance, which is 2 letters off from Pence, same amount of letters, same almost rhyming. I'm like, oh, that's genius. Of course he did. But that's how easy this guy's easy to read by other people in the world. This guy made $2 million off of going, I mean, it's kind of obvious to me. That's crazy, huh? Shut down the country for COVID. Here's Trump taking credit for shutting down the country for COVID.
Shut it down. We did the right thing.
I thought of keeping it open.
And we did just the right thing.
We
closed it down. And a group of very smart people walk in and say, sir, we have to close it. And we did the right thing.
They can't do anything without the approval of the President of the United States. Even the Democrats aren't blaming me for that. We had to close it up. Some people
now they're
wish we
saying
never
that
closed it
Democrats
down.
We did the right thing.
Isn't it funny?
We closed.
I love
It's
that
a
we have
decision
all of
for the
this
President of the United States.
video.
We did the right thing. We had to close it up because nobody's ever heard of closing down a country, let alone the United States
multiple
of America.
times.
We had to turn off the airlines.
But
we had to
still,
turn
you
off
show
everything.
people this and it doesn't change minds.
And
that's the crazy thing.
We did the right thing. A lot of people have thought about it. Write it out. Don't do anything. Just write it out.
Drives me crazy.
And think of it as the flu. But it's not the flu.
Look how long.
It's vicious. We basically shut down our country. We did the right thing. We had to close it down. The President of the United States calls the shots, and we had to close it down. We did the right thing. They're not working in offices. They're not in airplanes together.
And we did close up. We had to close it up. And we did the right thing.
We closed it down. We did the right thing. We closed it up. We were told we got to shut it down, stop it, tell everyone to stay home.
Bette Midler, hey Biden, what are you waiting for? SCOTUS just gave you a Hail Mary. Arrest Trump and have him deported as in one of his shithole countries as an undesirable. Arrest Jared and Ivanka. Millions of Israelis march to save their courts. We should march to get rid of this one. And that's from Bette Midler. That's not like me writing that. That's Bette Midler.
Right.
She's American treasure.
Iconic.
Oh, that's where he was like, we're going to respect the president. Yeah, we played this one last week, didn't we?
And I'm not talking about what happened last Friday. I'm talking about
we can't elect Hillary.
Right
she
now.
might be.
She shouldn't be allowed to run.
Can't have
when you look
a
at
felon be president.
General Cartwright,
it's like,
four-star general,
for
doing almost nothing by comparison, could serve 5 years in jail. That happened 2 weeks ago.
I'm reasonably confident.
General
that his
Petraeus
convictions are going to be
destroyed their lives.
It's just, there's no way he's taking accountability. And when he wins, those other two trials gone.
Shorter Biden, the Supreme Court has given me a gun, but I will continue to use a butter knife. And this is what I was saying. The Democrats heard us. Let's elect a Republican. The Republicans laugh, and the Republicans and Democrats are all beating up on the same person. That's what I mean. If we choose one, we choose the other. Doesn't matter. It's corporations. Oh, Melania has discovered ChatGPT. So Melania put out a letter yesterday saying, I am thinking of you now, my fellow Americans. We have always been a unique union. America, the fabric of a gentle nation, is tattered, but our courage and common sense must ascend to bring us back together as one. We are the world. We are. I mean, that's kind of crazy, huh? That doesn't sound like a.
Doesn't sound like a human writing it?
Yeah.
That's what you mean?
That's what I mean. If Donald Trump, a man convicted of 34 felonies, can be president of the United States, have you ever been convicted of a felony? Needs to be removed in every job application in America. True. I'd agree with that. If he could be president, then we got to allow felons to vote. We got to allow felons to be in the army. We got to allow felons to get a job. We got to remove felonies off of being a shunned word on the rest of us, right? It's got to be fair for every American. So if one thing is fair, then it's got to be fair for the rest of us. If he could be president, which is what we said he can't do as a felon.
I think the key there was if things were fair, and they're not.
I guess not.
Certainly not in this country when it comes to the rich v. the working class.
Clarence Thomas torn over the case between both sides offering compelling scuba trips. Yep, AOC articles, impeachment on the Supreme Court. She did that. My thing was, why you wait until the session opens? Go sit on the steps the next day. Just go. We played that one. Oh, this is somebody, Beeple, that digital guy who created his digital art. So this is something he said to the families of the victims of a school shooting once. Told them to, basically just get over it. And people are reminding him now. That's the thing is he says such outlandish things. He has no moral high ground if something's ever to happen to him, which something has happened to him. And now people are like, hey, dude, remember when you said this, though? Remember when you said told all those families to get over it? Don't be wearing those patch on your ear. Get over it. Next day, be over it, bud. I don't know if I agree with it. I'm just saying this is what people are saying. If you don't like paying taxes, make billionaires pay their fair share. We'll never have to pay taxes again, Warren Buffett.
If we send in a check like we did last year, we send in over $5 billion to the U.S. federal government. And if 800 other companies had done the same thing, no other person in the United States would have had to pay a dime of federal taxes, whether income taxes. No Social Security taxes, no estate taxes, no, it's open down the line. We don't mind.
Crazy, huh? It's so true. It's like, why can't we all get together and beat them at this?
Because we're divided. Because the left is evil and the right is
evil. It's evil. We're both evil. Yeah. That's what we think. We both think both sides are evil.
Right.
But I'll be honest with you, I don't think my family's evil.
Yeah, no, me too, buddy.
I mean, I think they're not all there. No, I'm teasing. Oh no, my camera went off. I did one joke and my camera goes off.
Yeah.
How dare you, camera?
You think your camera just shut down?
I guess I'm being punished for my joke.
Yeah, for saying your family isn't all there.
Oh, temperature's overheating.
Yeah, temperature's overheating. All right.
I guess we'll have to share one camera. I don't know.
Oh, well, how about that? Look who's back to sharing one camera.
I don't know, dude. Believe me, I'm upset about it, too. Oh, what a show. What a show. Ting, 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 tingy, ting, ting, ting. This is still a better look.
Yeah, it's still good.
How you doing, bud? How you doing, bud?
Good.
So this is when Mr. Roberts, he comes out and he's like,
one is above the law under our system, and that includes
in his defense,
the president. The president,
and that's why the document was ultimately leaked, because John Roberts was trying to convince one of the conservative judges to switch back his vote.
So this is a picture here of the guy, of the shooter. He's clearly already got him in his sights. Watch his head. He sort of pops up. He's like, he can't believe the first shot. When the first shot goes off, he goes, and he goes, dead. But it's like he let him get that first shot off after he's seen him have a gun, and he's seen him. He also marked. They saw him with a sight tester. They saw him. One of the, and you can hear it's all these reports, right? Because they all have been debriefed. They all have, and one of the guys, it's all recorded too, what they're saying over comms. And they're like, we see somebody with a sight tester. Can somebody go check that guy out? And again, he was in the police station basically, but he was on the side of it where they couldn't see him. One cop stopped him, but then let him go. He apparently had bombs set in his car and at his house. It's wild, man. He loved history. So basically, he just wanted to be known in history, like John Wilkes Booth was known. Mm-hmm. They wanted to be historical people and put their mark. Every 10 likes, I will make his eyes smaller. There's 1,000.
Do I have to keep wearing this?
Not at this point, I guess. Alito, I can't control my wife, but I can control your wife. Here's another Supreme Court justice lying in front of Congress. This is where Trump says the thing about get over it, just so you know I'm not lying. I think it's important to hear. Because if you don't hear it, guess what?
Happening. That's just horrible. So surprising to see it here. But we'll have to get over it. It's horrible to see that happening. That's just horrible. So surprising to see it here. But we'll have to get over it. It's horrible to see it.
Because we're never going to do anything about guns. We're never going to do anything to help you guys. So you're going to have to just get over it. See, he doesn't say it in the tone I use, and I think that's why.
Right.
He just sort of lets it roll out, and people are just like, "Oh yeah, I guess we will."
No, yeah, another crazy thing.
Showing him photo. Trump must withdraw, right? And he tagged New York Times, MSNBC, New York Post, Washington Post, all the people telling Biden that he has to resign because he's old.
Yeah.
Trump's campaign measures threaten me. There he is. They're saying that's catch up.
I mean,
I remember when my ear got dangled. My ear was severed right here after I got beat up and left for dead. I had to get over it. But it looks like his ear's still there. Maybe right here is a chip. It's crazy, dude. I dislike it. Yesterday, J.D. Vance claimed that Trump could defy rulings of the Supreme Court as president. Vance also admitted that he would have done what Vice President Pence refused to do on January 6th, help Trump illegally seize power. That's tyranny. Neither Trump nor Vance is fit to serve. In light of the Supreme Court's ruling today, I'm introducing you to King Joseph of Scranton, first of his name, guardian of democracy, keeper of the Delaware, defender of the Union, champion of the people, who won't do anything, who won't use his power. So Biden can't forgive student loans, but he can order a drone strike on the loan
yeah.
collectors. Interesting. Fun fact, the first bill Trump ever signed into law was to make it easy for mentally ill people to obtain firearms. That is some irony. Okay, so on July the 12th, breaking, Donald Trump's former press secretary, Defense Mark Esper, just confirmed as President Donald Trump asked him to order the shooting of American protesters. A man who calls for the murder of American protesters cannot be trusted back in office. That is what we were risking here. Because he went over and he held the Bible upside down. He wanted to do his press photo. And he said, just shoot him, get him out of the way. Instead they used tear gas and stuff. So
Elon Musk, man.
The legal max a person can donate to a candidate is $3,300. But when billionaires like Elon Musk exploit our broken campaign finance laws to donate $45 million a month to a candidate, we're no longer a democracy, and it's no longer an election. It's an oligarchy up for auction. And that's what we've been saying here on Meltdown Island for years now. Get money out of politics. And the speech is no longer free. Speech is equal to money. They made corporations into people, not citizens, but into people. And then they said money is equal to speech. So everyone's got speech, everyone's got money, but the guys with the most money, well, the guys with the most money have the most speech.
Yes.
I keep looking back at you.
Don't. I'm not worth it. Do I look thinner to you?
Gosh, you do. Is it your new?
I mean, it might be that whole 30 thing. I might have.
You turned 30?
That diet that Andy's got me on, that whole 30.
You thinking that's it? You feel like maybe you're seeing some changes?
I mean,
maybe it's good lighting.
Because the thing is,
you're next to a ghost.
Like a couple months ago, I would look at pictures of myself, and when I was watching us on this show, watching the video, I think to myself, I'm getting a little puffy. And
it's not the alcohol.
Myself, I'm like, I feel like maybe I'm a little more slender.
I think you do. I think you look great, bud.
Maybe is this a wide angle? Are we on a wide angle lens? Maybe that's what it is.
No, dude. It's actually a fat lens. The TV adds 15 pounds, from what I hear.
Like that Elon Musk, man. God damn. That guy just bugs the shit out of me.
So this is what the Supreme Court called an official act and is protected under immunity. Because now let's not forget, that's the big deal there. That's the thing. Oh, that's me there. That's my Civil War thing. Falling asleep. 6 reasons to vote for Biden. John Roberts, Clarence Thomas, they're the Supreme Court people. Come back. Come on, Dark Brandon, do something.
Yeah, right.
All that stuff, like he's got all this power, he's doing all these things, but he's not doing shit. I mean, he's not doing shit now that he's got the power to. I don't know.
Wait, what does that say?
In the past 2 days, Donald Trump has posted or sent the following. A message saying Liz Cheney is guilty of treason and must be sent to a military tribunal live on television. A message using the QAnon slogan, where we go one, we all go. A message saying that he stands with convicted criminal Steve Bannon and blaming Justice Merchant for sentencing Bannon, when in fact it was Trump's appointed federal judge, not Merchant, who sentenced Bannon. A message saying he will obliterate the deep state. A message selling pins for $500 of an altered American flag with the name Trump across the flag. And corporate media covers none of this. Very interesting. Bully. Funny. Project 25 are skyrocketing. Good.
Yeah, that Project 2025, man, that's got some Handmaid's Tale shit.
They are currently having an AR-15 giveaway at the Republican convention. What?
Is that true?
Yes. This was yesterday. Look up giveaway. Let's see what the company is. I can't tell. Something. Yeah, no, this guy, the guy that I got the information from, I trust, because he's always posting things that are, always ask potential employers why the position is open. Funny. Go ahead.
Oh my God, this church. When I looked up AR-15 giveaway, it's surprising how many different places, up to including this church, give away AR-15s as part of contests.
Look at this. Mark Mikula says you lost weight too, bud.
RNC raffle offers same type of gun that shot Trump as prize.
Who is offering that?
The RNC, the Republican National Committee.
The committee is offering it. I don't know what to tell you. That is insane to me. And so many people because some of those people there, I guarantee you, they still think that the kid's a Democrat.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Even though the facts remain,
God, we are melting.
We're melting down.
And every 100 days, another $1 trillion gets tacked onto the national debt.
When's the last time that debt was equaled out? Clinton?
I mean, the debt's been around forever, but
Clinton started working it down.
Clinton got a surplus in the deficit. The deficit is different from the debt.
Yes.
So he got a surplus in the budget and wasn't operating in a deficit. So ideally, if you can continue to operate a surplus, you can start chipping away at your debt. But we're almost to $1 trillion just in interest every year. Oh my God, we are all
see his comment.
Down.
See his comment.
You worked off your aging bull weight. Yeah, that's what it was.
Put on a little weight. He's one of those actors.
Yeah, like De Niro.
Like De Niro, like one of those actors people. Let's see. No. Oh yeah, here's the video of people alerting.
The Atlantic, maybe the Pacific.
Yeah, someone's on top of the roof. Look.
Yeah.
There he is right there.
Like there he is.
Right there, see him? He's laying down, see him?
Yeah, he's laying down.
And still I'm here with you fighting like hell to get a Senate.
What's happening?
And to make sure we take back the
Look how many people. Yes, the police can't find him.
Yeah, look, there he is.
Police don't have him.
Because we have millions and millions of people in our country that just
Officer, he's yelling at the
dangerous
officer.
people. Criminals. We have criminals.
He's
We
on
have
the roof. He's
drug
right.
dealers. We have people
Right
that should not be
here,
here.
right on the roof.
It's much
See, look at him up. Look at him.
It happens.
You ain't right on the roof, big guy.
If he was doing the job, I wouldn't even be doing this.
I mean, I can understand why the Secret Service, the sharpshooter guy, I can understand why he didn't take a shot. Because as soon as you shoot, trouble.
Right.
People are going to freak out. So you don't want to freak everybody out. But boy, oh boy, you saw him do the beep, beep, beep. You saw him do the thing.
Yeah.
Then he leaves. He was 3 times. First time he comes out, he looks around. Second time he comes out, he does a thing, deep, deep, and marks it. And then he comes back, sets up the ladder, goes up the ladder with his rifle. This is kind of funny. This is No! So flashback to 2016 Republican convention when Senator Michael Lee led the charge to deny Trump the nomination. The GOP is fallen. This is how much they didn't want him. But now things have changed because they know that they all have to act like he's the best in order for everyone else to believe it, I guess.
In order for them to keep their jobs.
Yeah. Here's a message from J.D. Vance sent to his friend suggesting Donald Trump might just be America's Hitler. So J.D. Vance, but I'm not surprised by Trump's rise, and I think that the entire party has only itself to blame. We are, whether we like it or not, the party of lower income, lower education white people, and I have been saying for a long time that we need to offer those people something. All caps. And hell, maybe even expand our appeal to working class black people in the process. Or a demigod would. And here we are now at this point. Trump has the fruit of the party's collective neglect. 3, I go back and forth between thinking Trump is a cynical asshole like Nixon. I said Nixon. Like Nixon, who wouldn't be that bad and might even prove useful. Or he's America's Hitler. How's that for discouraging? Pretty discouraging. Hopefully you don't go back on any of that and say something to the opposite effect. Right here is that thing. J.D. Vance sounds like a deep state hire. Only 1 year of experience. Am I doing this right, MAGA? Is this right? Is this how you do conspiracies? You figure something out? That's 13-year-old. Trump VP pick website, end abortion. I'm 100% pro-life, and I believe abortion has turned our society into a place where we see children as inconvenience to be thrown away.
I mean, let's face it, they are a little bit of an inconvenience.
Yeah, but the people do it. Look, here's the one with the guy with the thing. That's one of those things. So it's not like it's very obvious what you're doing, right? You got to look through it and you do it. It's like a green dot, green laser dot. And they had plenty of time. Let me say it again. Snipers saw. Let me say this again. Snipers saw crooks pull out the rangefinder to calculate the distance of the target. Law enforcement says crooks kept disappearing before he climbed on the roof. One of the snipers inside saw Thomas Matthew Crooks outside and looking up at the roof, observing the building. Crooks came back, sat down, and looked at his phone. At that point, one of the snipers took a picture of him. Crooks took out the rangefinder, and the sniper radioed to the command post. So they saw this guy. They had him locked in. Crooks disappeared again, and then came back a third time with a backpack. And the snipers called in with information that he had a backpack, and he was walking towards the back of the building. Officers now think Crooks used an air conditioning unit to get on the roof. I mean, he used the crickety old ladder, too. But that's wild, huh?
Yeah. I mean, if not to eliminate the threat, yeah, I can see where you don't want to shoot him, but get Trump out of the way.
Get Trump out of the way. Get Trump out of the way. Don't let him. He just got on stage for 5 minutes. If you had this kid clocked, delay the president. Keep him in his truck for 5 more minutes while we figure this kid out.
Yeah.
He's only been up there for 5 minutes. You had this kid clocked.
Secret Service had 2 full minutes.
And if not for X, you'd never see this. Wow, that is crazy.
We have criminals, we have drug dealers, we have people that should not be here. And it's much tougher than if it happened. We have the strongest border ever. In recorded history, we had the best border. In fact, if they could ever put up a chart, I don't know if they can do it. Do you guys have access to that chart that I love so much? You don't mind if I go off teleprompter, do you? Because these teleprompters are so damn boring, I try and explain that. Oh, there's it. Wow. You guys are doing it. They're getting better with time. My guys, take a look at that chart. Take a look at the arrow on the bottom. See the big red arrow, right? So that's when I left office. That was the lowest point, and that comes right from the government services, comes right out of Border Patrol. Take a look at that. So that arrow is the lowest amount of illegal immigration ever in recorded history into our country.
We're letting nobody in.
And then...
Like, okay.
And then the worst president in the history of our country took over. And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit over that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that says,
all right, so did you see the middle thing? The Secret Service pushing all of the photographers over there at the same time.
Let's go back and see that again.
Thank you, because that is shocking to me. So it's at 2 minutes is when it happens. And at 1 minute 48, the Secret Service member moves all of the photographers who were there for press, all on that side. So let's watch that in the middle of the screen, everyone. Let's make this a little bigger so people can see it.
happened to our country.
So right here in the middle section, right here. So this
guy's a photographer.
He's a photographer. This guy's a Secret Service. These people are behind the railings, but he's gonna make all of these guys go over here on the other side of these steps that are right here.
Probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit over that chart. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that says,
and that's how you got that iconic photo, was getting all them people there seconds before they had to duck. That's...
You mean the photo that's going to win him the presidency again?
Oh, our president got shot by somebody from our party. He's a shoo-in now. I don't buy it. How does he look strong? By being...
That's the word. Did the fist pump.
Well, there's a lot of people going...
You know, the thing is, Trump, I don't believe he's got the fucking courage. If he's being shot at, if shots have been fired, for him to get up and pump his fist, unless he knew he was safe.
They did well, and I don't know if you heard the commentary, because you can hear the guys in the huddle because the microphone's still on, and they say it's been neutralized. But I saw a lot of Army and former military folks saying it doesn't matter if there's one shooter, there could be 5 shooters.
Right.
So you do not allow your protectee to expose himself in any way. What if the first guy is just a decoy for the third and fourth guy in the audience right there?
They get him out of there.
They don't let him get his shoes. You don't let him say, "Allow me to get my shoes on. Right. Allow me to say goodbye to my friends."
Why were his shoes on?
A lot of people asking that question too. But apparently you see them kick one of the shoes off the stage right when it happened, and you see one of his lifts fall out of the shoes that makes him stand like all forward like this. But that's some crazy footage right there, dude.
Yeah.
Can you explain to me why those guys are moved over there seconds before?
I mean, the only other explanation is just coincidence.
I guess, but to have such an iconic photo, to have such a shocking moment down to the second is shocking to me.
Probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit over that chart. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that says,
a gun, you should run over and grab him.
Yeah, the people who are sitting behind us in that video, they're the ones saying it, right?
I don't know who's saying it.
It's crazy. Oh, you're saying it might be somebody over here out in the field.
Yeah, but as soon as you hear it, because we could hear it, as soon as you hear it, as a Secret Service agent,
shut it down. You shut it down.
Get him out of there.
You shut it down. Oh, looks like we got some new comments here. Finally got it. Yeah, moving those people was weird timing. Thank you. Agreed. Weird timing. Also, the lady with the black hat, she was acting weird. You talk about here's the thing. I was gonna bring this up too because everybody's like, this person's suspicious, and I'm like, this is just the dudes, but I might have the wrong person. But this is the person I think Tom's talking about. This guy right here. somebody freeze framed this guy to the thing as he's got the camera, and they're like, what's this guy doing? He's doing nothing. They're just trying to.
That's a guy though, isn't it? That's not a lady.
I think but again, I might have the wrong person. They could have done this for several people. I just saw, but like you'll pick certain people out and go.
Maybe it's that lady with the black hat. What does she do?
Boring. I try and explain that. Oh, there's it. Wow.
She's definitely looking over to she's definitely looking up at the guy with the sharpshooter.
Oh, you guys are doing it. They're getting better with time. My guys, take a look at that chart.
Maybe she's looking for the chart.
Yeah, maybe.
There's big screens.
Take a look at the arrow on the bottom. See the big ray?
What I don't like is the people going, if his head's here and it hits him here, civil war. But here, it hits his ear, we win the election. Like, you don't get both ways. I don't care. Like, people just say everything. They just say stuff. People just say things. Hold on. He might tell us which lady. Hold up.
I mean, to get that.
They had the Secret Service who were like 5'5" when he was over 6 foot. That's true. How are you supposed to protect him? That's a good point. Here's the thing is, I don't think anybody was expecting it. I don't think anyone's, I mean, it's been since Reagan was the last one. And I think that, boy, you see those guys, they showed video of those guys when he got shot. Everybody's neutralized. Everybody's on the ground. Everybody's tackled. No one's just standing around, or it's a whole different beast. But that's a good point. And he does have lifts in, as we've seen now from his shoes being kicked off. So maybe he's 5, but I'm 6 foot 2, so I hear you. The guy who moved those people was Secret Security.
Secret Service.
I think Secret Service, and then after the shots, he did nothing to help.
Right.
That's wild.
In fact, he even ducked himself, which I thought was weird.
Like he knew something was going on.
Watch.
Okay. We had 18. We need to get to 37. That's good.
To our country. And then...
Because nothing got...
And then the worst president in the history of our country took over. And look what happened to our country.
You guys
probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit over that chart. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that says...
He reacts to the very first shot. Boop, down faster and further than anybody. The old lady standing there, she don't duck.
I mean, he's supposed to be up on that stage going after the president.
Instantly, tackling him if he has to.
Yeah.
Catching him if he falls. Notice there's a guy right here. This guy. I think he notices. He walks up on stage, but he doesn't duck. He runs up on stage. But that guy ducks and stays down. And then everybody goes crazy. So we lose focus and everything.
It's interesting.
Look, here's this guy here. Watch his head jump up when as soon as the first shot. He sees it. He sees the muzzle go off, and he goes, "What?" And then goes, "Blah blah 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 blah." His head pops up. Instead of taking the shot instantly, he lets him get 5 shots off. What? I mean, here's the thing. Can I say this? The opposite of that? Thank God he just doesn't start shooting on American people just because. Thank God he, I guess, waited until, what, police are not allowed to arrest somebody until there's a crime done kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But boy, oh boy, if there was ever a time to at least be ready to shoot and not be in shock. But it's a shocking moment. It is. What's going on down here? That's the shot of the kid right there. That's him shooting. Down here in the corner. How do you make this go away? Down here in the bottom left-hand corner. Okay. So we see the hot girl.
If you want to really see something,
there he is. Okay, I see him.
You see him down here?
Yep.
That's the sniper. The quick ones in succession. That's wild, dude. It's
the second trio of bullets is sniper.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The first 4 or 5 shots, is the kid getting them off because the guy goes like this, what, and then goes dig 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 dig.
Probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit over that chart. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that says...
That's wild, dude.
You know what?
That's wild, dude.
A thorn to the Secret Service.
I gotta say it.
For botching that. Unless it was intentionally botched. And you know, I could just see the Trump campaign having the arrogance to think they can pull this off.
Well, they got.
See, I mean, I could totally see them being like, you know,
because they were all huddled around him forever,
yeah.
And they could have easily squeegeed some stuff on there, let it drip down, and then we move. I don't know, dude. It's pretty crazy. Hold up. Let's see. LOL, not that guy. Great, because I don't. The lady with the black hat who pulls a phone out. Wonder what lady it is. It must be.
Sean was right about the lady, I think. She starts recording right away like she was ready. So that one in the lower corner that I was pointing out.
Okay, let's go back.
It's like us studying the Zapruder film.
It is. It very much is, dude. Because it's that intensely crazy what we're watching. So what, at 50?
There she is. So there she is.
At 46.
And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit over that chart. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that says...
You're saying she's standing up or something?
Yeah, I'm just saying there. Go back a little bit more. Play. She's gonna be right here. You'll see her phone.
Oh yeah, I do see it. Right here's the phone, yeah. And there's her hat. Look how blurry that is, though. Look at us. We're fucking crazy people. We're crazy people right now, Sean. They got me crazy. Oops. Dang it. That's some stuff, though, huh?
Good stuff, Maynard.
Oh, here it is. Will J.D. Vance win the 2024 Republican nomination? He bet 51,000 and won 480,000, not 2 million. Average bet was 11 cents. But this poly market, you can bet on everything. You can bet on any and everything ever. I was gonna go to that website and show you some things.
Next week.
We could all bet on. Funny how we never needed presidential criminal immunity until we had a criminal president. That is funny. So somebody said this. 2016, he's literally Hitler. How dare you say our rhetoric caused this? And I said, you think that it's that this is what caused the young Republican who was an outcast, wanted to be remembered and leave an infamous mark on history? You think that he was affected by our rhetoric from good people on both sides to the point where being compared to a Nazi and Hitler has lost its power? You sure about that? You sure about that?
Rose to you, Dusty, for
fighting the good fight.
For keeping that Tim Robinson meme alive.
Dude, I love it. It's one of the best ones ever. Because the thing is he's got attitude, and he might be right, but I don't know if he's sure about it either. I just think he needs to make sure you need to make sure you know about it for sure. Because he's not even sure. Sure about that?
I mean, the funny thing is, to call somebody Hitler is probably one of the biggest cliches in politics anymore.
Well, as soon as someone like Marjorie Taylor Greene starts using it, you just know that it's lost. It's like the same thing like in crypto, some of the fellows who are getting called scammers are, and that's why we came up with scammer coin, because it loses its power. If you call DUSTiN a scammer, somebody who's broke and don't even know how to do anything on the computer, thinking he could scam somebody, you crazy. I scam myself, if anything. Remember when Donald Trump tried to officially kill his president? That'd be an official act. When he tried to officially kill him, it'd be an official act. Alexander Hamilton, Federalist 69, on the difference between the president and the king. The president of the United States would be liable to be impeached, tried, and upon conviction, treason, bribery, or other crimes and misdemeanors, removed from office, and would afterwards be liable to prosecution and punishment in the ordinary course of law. The person of the King of Great Britain is sacred and inviolable. I don't know what inviolable means, but there is no constitutional tribunal to which he is amenable.
Unable to be violated.
I wish I was inviolable. The punishment to which they can be subject without a crisis of national revolution. Trump's VP, the campaign had been having issues locking up the vote of middle-aged white men that enjoys beer and telling their wives to get back in the kitchen. Come on, Louis C.K. That's a funny joke. J.D. Vance is here to save the day.
I think
only suckers get losers get.
Yeah, only losers, only suckers and losers.
I'm sorry, I like my presidents that don't get shot. It's that kindergarten, that school playground, bettering, one-upping each other and the reason we always look to our presidents as being someone of someone to look up to as far as, oh, this is how you conduct yourself on the stage. He has thrown all that out and made it petty, made it insults on top of injury that caused the other side to then throw those insults back, which then makes the other side look bad. But all we're doing is trying to be a mirror. Thing is, when two mirrors face each other, you just keep going forever.
I think on that, we're probably at America's favorite part of the show, right? I mean,
it is.
I keep subtly trying to push us into it by
all right, I'm done.
On things.
Does that include the angle from beyond the stage where people were being cleared? People were already being cleared from that area?
Yeah, I don't know.
We went back and forth many times. I didn't see anything.
See, it looks like Krista wants us to get to Roses and Thorns too, buddy.
But I do think that maybe they were clearing them out. The photographers, at least, clearing them over the side stage. I don't think that's what he meant, but I just wanted to repeat that because it's crazy. What's this say? Hey, Crystal. Roast to you, gentlemen, for being electrifying.
You are.
Our background is.
Oh, nailed it. Nailed it.
She nailed it. Hi, everyone. Welcome to everyone's favorite part of the show, Roses and Thorns.
Roses and thorns, roses and thorns.
This is the part where we go,
Fucking roses and thorns, roses and thorns.
Everybody loves
roses and thorns, roses and thorns.
Can I get a roses and thorns?
Roses and thorns,
roses and thorns,
roses,
roses and thorns. Thank you. Welcome to Roses and Thorns, where we sit and judge one another about how the show went.
A rose or a timing, and that's the punctuation of that song. Pound coin. More swaps, more drops.
More drops. Been a big week for old Pound Coin.
Yeah.
We've reached $1 billion of transacted something, but not there. We're almost at 900 million though. We are almost there. We didn't think it was going to get to 800, and now we almost at 900 million in total swap volume.
Can't even believe it.
It's happening, bud.
It's happening.
51 days until we reach the 1 year mark for it being launched. So in 50 some days, we could have Dex rewards. We could have Magma, the new chain being released. We could have Pond Water being relaunched. Magnifique. Finally, all this wait could be over very soon. And it'll be no time. It'll be like, wait, 1 year? Granted, 1 year ago, I'd never thought I'd make it to this far. But here we are. We're going to make it.
We're gonna make it.
Looks like we made it.
Rose to you, buddy, for having the patience to write it down.
Believe. Because I don't know.
You believe you can fly.
See, I was on the verge of breaking up. It's a pretty song. Too bad that guy went out and did all that stuff.
Right.
Because you can't even sing that. That was my go-to song to feel a little better and to also do a silly joke about being positive. You know I love that toxic positivity. Mm-hmm. But I feel like I can't even really pull that out all the time because it's, a reminder that somebody that's...
People were exploited.
I just don't understand the disconnect. Like how they can blatantly say that the other side is child predators and all these things when you got pictures of Donald Trump with Jeffrey Epstein going, me and this guy. And then he's on the logs as being returned calls and literally planned out when he's going to have sex with these young ladies. It's just what is it? Disassociation, the disconnect, it's traumatic to have to deal with. Mm-hmm. To have to point it out. It's like I just don't understand it.
Oh no. I've traveled back in time and I've jeopardized my existence. I'm starting to fade away.
What's he say? Marty! Go into the light, Marty!
Go into the light. I don't think he says that.
It's something. I'd like to give a rose to our show dealing with a nearly tragic day in American history with such grace and such...
What a world. Yeah, we handled it with a lot of grace.
A lot of maturity on our part.
I think so.
Because it's almost...
Just as we're processing it, and it was nice to be able to throw up all those different perspectives for our audience to digest.
That's the thing you get from X. You get every perspective possible. That is a wild thing. I could see why Boomer Tom, I could see why he gets so distracted by some of the crazier... Like, for people to be like, those planes that we watched on television go into a building, the fact that they act like planes could go into a building, like they think that's all... There could be inside stuff, but I saw planes go into a building. But there are people that will say that that's AI or say that it's something else.
Oh, that's the people in New York who actually saw it.
Right. But then those same people won't look at what just happened to President Trump as being an inside job by him. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like it's those same people. But they see what they want to see, I guess. But boy, oh boy, way to change the narrative of everything going on, especially the Epstein thing that's just now starting to tread and change it from hey, you guys are starting the nominee or the Republican convention with this guy, and to go from that to, oh, I'm wearing a white thing to remind you of what just happened on my ear. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's and they know that the press, the media, they're going to attack that story like a pit bull.
You move on
and a fillet.
All of them.
They are going to attack it, and they're going to maul the story, and nothing else will make the news.
How come there hasn't been major news on the Epstein stuff being released? That's shocking to me.
Because there are so many people that stand to.
I mean, CNN on for ratings and money. Are they on the side of Trump now? Is that like an official thing? Because I feel like that's been a growing thing recently, and I feel like maybe it's even more official now because they used to report on stuff.
Thorn, CNN.
Thorn on our national media because it's definitely going the way of history, of dinosaurs.
What a mess.
What a mess we find ourselves in.
And you know, for the most part, because of budget cuts, there's almost no investigative journalism that's done anymore. At the national level, almost no investigative journalism. All journalism is reliant upon other journalists cracking stories.
What do you think of Jon Stewart becoming president?
I mean,
would you vote for Stewart?
I mean, I would, only in that I probably share a lot of his viewpoints. The thing is, the presidency is a machine right now. So it doesn't matter if you're an old man,
because the deep state,
or if you're an old out of touch man, or if you're a senile old man, or you're a young comedian. The system is going to go on.
Do we even need a president?
It's just the ethics of the person at the top that steer it.
Do we need a president?
And when the president has no ethics, when you're bought as easily as Donald Trump, I mean, who's to say what's going to happen? It's gross.
Do we need a president? It's a serious question.
We don't specifically. I mean, a lot of countries don't. They got a prime minister, right?
And the prime minister runs the Congress or whatever.
Is basically like Speaker of the House or President of the Senate.
I think we should go that way. I think we should just get rid of the presidency. One king, one guy that rules them all. We don't need it anymore.
Well, we certainly don't. I mean, the whole concept of a Senate and a House of Representatives brings any kind of legislation to a screeching halt, especially the filibuster. Because you've got to have 60 votes for anything to pass the Senate anymore. And that's virtually impossible. Obama had it briefly, but he couldn't get anything done because there were enough of those 60 people that were like,
It's funny because John Boehner was the guy at the time.
I think
my constituents.
I worry about getting reelected if I am on board with Medicare for all.
310 times they tried to get rid of Medicare to the point where I ain't got shit now. I don't go to the doctor, and I need to. Anyways,
you know what it all proves, buddy?
What's it prove, bud?
We just gotta stop the insanity.
Got to stop that insanity.
Get money out of politics.
Get money out of politics. Got to fix the Supreme Court.
Get the Supreme Court out of our vaginas.
Got to get them out of our vaginas. Got to get them out of our politics. Got to get them out of politics.
I mean, obviously, USA 2.
Us all.
Would.
Is it too late for me to run? It's too late for me to run.
I mean, you would get assassinated too, buddy. And you would get assassinated for real. They wouldn't miss you.
You act like that's something to stop me. That's actually if anything to make me go, huh, game over.
You're not afraid to die.
I'm not afraid. In fact, it's torture to live every day sometimes for me.
Yeah, if I would have known what was going on at the time, I would have been afraid to be born. Pound coin.
More swaps,
more drops.
Sometimes you don't want to be born, y'all. More swaps, more drops.
Speaking of pound coin, I hope DUSTiN gets rich via pound coin.
Mm-hmm. For those of you who are out there swapping, something I need to show you. We're all using each other's referral codes to get bonus swaps. It's something that's happening. It's exciting. For those of you who like free coins, there's a couple of posts I've been sharing with some of my friends to go post your Solana, post your Ethereum address, and get free coins. It's happening. All you gotta do is post. I would post it for you, but I can't because I gotta post my own. Some call me Post Malone.
Nailed it.
Thank you.
I think we said it all, buddy.
I feel like we've said it all.
Said it all, did it all.
I feel like we've said most all of it, all we could say. Oh, you know what I could show you is an adorable. We can end on
let's end on an adorable.
We can go out on
After the show that we had, we definitely need to end on an adorable.
I feel like a lot of bullets, a lot of this and that, when we could go to something that's considered adorable. So this is something that I collected that I saw a few weeks ago that is just adorable. So these sheep, they think that they're about to get out, and then they come around the corner and they go, whoops! There's our dog. All right, everybody go back. Everybody,
go back.
Retreat, retreat. You guys, I got a plan. We're getting out of here, bitches. Whoop. Well, let's go home, back the other way.
JK.
Look at their ears. Their ears are floppy. They're so excited. And stop on a dime.
JK.
It's like they look like they're having fun. They look like they're having fun running back and forth to me.
So adorable.
Like they're like, well, let's go back the other way. Maybe he's not. And then the dog goes on the other side of the barn. And then the dog comes back. Like, how can he be in both places at once? Roger, let's go back, Roger. Adorable. I think maybe. This is art, and this is artiste. Look at that face.
You get for leaving their phone around.
Look at that face, though. The artist. Yeah. Don't blame it on me. Blame it on yourself.
I learned it from watching you.
You're sitting here always going click, click, click. Why can't I go click, 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 click? Yeah. All right. That's a couple of cute things.
That'll get us through.
It should.
Nice work, everybody.
Good work, everyone. There's this last one. The paws are on the thing. He throws it out. Boom!
Oh!
His little paw.
Oh, that's great.
He gets real close and shows you how he puts the paw. The cat loves it. This is the cat's move.
That's what the Secret Service should have been doing.
Yes, they should have been like feet ready and boom. Oh, anyway.
All right.
It's pretty adorable stuff. Oh wait, hold up. I think he's yelling at me for just saying talking shit. Okay, Dustin. What do you choose? Vote for Biden and you stay poor, or you vote for Trump and you become rich beyond your dreams? Those are my two choices.
Is ridiculous.
Boy, that's a. What if I don't vote? What if I don't vote? I wonder. That's my choices. Those are my choices.
Knowing the outcomes, what would you choose? I mean,
I guess I'd have to choose rich.
I mean, everybody chooses rich. Everybody would choose rich. The thing is,
that's what what he's doing is what they're doing.
It's a false.
It's a false pretense. It's a false.
The LOL seems to tell me that he realizes
that he's fucking around.
He's setting up
double blind, or it's a saying. It's a thing that I can't think of.
False dichotomy.
No, false narrative, false choice. Knowing the outcomes, what would you choose? Look at this. I love cats, Jamie says. I know, right? We do adorable part of the island now, where we just do adorable stuff to help us feel better after melting down. It's a new segment. This is the part of the show where we like to show you adorable things, so we don't feel so crazy.
Yeah. Hey, Jam Detroit.
Y'all ready for this? Jam. He don't listen to me. He don't hear me when I say Jamie just said.
Well, because I was looking up, I was trying to figure out the word that we were looking for.
False equivalent.
False equivalence.
Oh, is that it?
I think that might be it. No, I don't think that's it, though.
Anyway.
Yeah, we've been going a long time, and I got to pee. Guy, it's 6:40. Jesus.
Got number love for you.
Bye. Nice work, everybody.
Bye.
Hey, Jamie.
Bye.
Sorry we can't stay, but I got to go to the bathroom.